Byron Leftwich is the guy that's doing a lot. But what happens when you got a guy like Tom Brady around, he's going to get the credit. That's just you could have Vince Lombardi as the head coach. It's all Tom Brady. We have Bill Belichick as his head coach. Guess what? It's all Tom Brady, so it's part of it.
But Key, if it's Leftwich or Jay, if it's Leftwich, let me ask. I'm just curious about if it's Leftwich. Why wasn't he just made head coach? Does Arians feel like he needs to put in a good word for Leftwich now since Bowles got the job?
No, I think here's the problem that you have. You got two dynamic coaches, one on defense and one on offense. One defensive coordinator who has a deep history with Bruce Arians going all the way back to his days at Temple as a football player when Bruce Arians was a coach. So there's a big relationship. My whole thought on the offensive coordinator side is I believe offensive coordinators that are good, like a Byron Leftwich, is so much more important than particular players. So when you decide to go with a defensive coordinator as your head coach that have former head coaching experience that you have a relationship with, doesn't mean you don't value Byron Leftwich. It just means that this guy is ready to go right now, and Tom Brady only has, who knows how long he has to play, but he only, you figure he's only going to play 1 or 2 years left, year to year. That's the situation, Jay.
Key, here's my raw emotion on it. Bruce Arians just sounds like a Tom Brady hater, personally. I don't know why you need to discredit someone in order to build someone else up.
Well, hold on. Let's one at a time. First, the Leftwich sound, Jay. Like, it seems to me if Arians loves Leftwich like that, maybe Leftwich would have gotten the head coaching job, right? And not that he's the owner.
I mean, that makes the most sense, doesn't it?
Right. But
no,
Leftwich,
it doesn't. It doesn't make the most sense because Todd Bowles is a former head coach with a just as important defensive side of the ball.
I don't understand why you need to discredit Tom Brady. If Tom Brady were some middle of the market quarterback that you came in and you elevated, I get it. But like, you can build up Byron Leftwich without saying Tom Brady's name or discrediting him. It sounds like there is an element of jealousy there whenever I hear Bruce Arians talk about it that way.
I don't think that's it, Jay. I think he is simply saying, with his words getting twisted, that he and Tom Brady get way too much credit for Byron Leftwich. I don't think he's singling out Tom Brady. He's just saying we, and he probably could have used a better word and just said me and Tom get too much credit. The way that he said it makes it seem as though, and this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong about it, and you could feel the way you feel about it, that he is attacking Brady because that's what it sounds like. But I don't think that that's it. I just don't.
However, that was Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. And let me give you some more straight talk. The Boston Globe and Pro Football Focus are now reporting that Tom Brady had an understanding with the Miami Dolphins to become part owner of the team. He got a little piece of the team and meet Sean Payton.
Oh, I think somebody on the show has been saying that.
In Miami.
Oh.
And this, to me, makes a lot of sense. If that is true, if that reporting turns out to be true, when ESPN reports it, I'll know it's true, right? If that reporting turns out to be true, then I got to tell you guys, a lot of things come into focus. Remember when Brady first retired, Key? And it was, and the excuse he gave didn't sound right to me. It's like, well, my family has sacrificed so much for me. Now, even though I'm still the greatest player ever, he was like, even though I still love football, I can play at a very high level, I got to go. I was like, wait a minute. If you want to go be with your family and you say something like, I'm missing them growing up, that's where my heart is right now. I can't do that. I got to be. That's one thing. But if you're like, I still love playing football and I'm still great at it, and but they've sacrificed, it didn't sound right to me. Okay, that's one box. What's not right about that? Because he really doesn't want to leave football, and he can't bring himself just to flat out lie about it. Like, I'm done with football. I don't want this anymore. Now, Jay, we get to the other part of it. Sean Payton suddenly retires, right? Oh, wait, hold on. What's going on? Bruce Arians is salty. Well, because if Tom Brady prefers Sean Payton in Miami with a piece of the team to Bruce Arians, that if that turns out to be true, that reporting, then all this stuff makes sense to me.
Guys, the day this whole thing happened, I came on the show, and Max, I said that. I know about a piece of the team, but I said that the rumor of Sean Payton and Tom Brady going to the Miami Dolphins, that quarterback that was on the boat with Stephen Ross, and how the whole situation was planning out. I said, hey, look, I heard from people inside that that was something that was realistic. So now you're telling me Tom Brady comes back to the Bucs, and Bruce Arians hey, I'm making the move that I want to make. Now I'm going to the front office.
Even
okay?
Brian Flores' firing starts to come into focus,
and
if
now
that's
I'm
true.
going to say, hey, I get credit, and to be honest with you, Tom Brady gets way too much credit. Like, it just sounds like there's an element of jealousy around this whole thing about the power that Tom Brady has.
Key, if that reporting is true, right? Wait, Flores gets fired out of the blue, and then he's not, and all this weird stuff, and then all of a sudden Brady retires, and then Peyton retires, and then Brady comes back when he finds out he can't get over there, right? Because maybe the Flores lawsuit blows all that up. According to the reporting, supposed to happen that day they're going to announce it, and then Flores files his lawsuit. Wouldn't, if that reporting is true, Key, wouldn't that make a lot of puzzle pieces fit for you?
No, it doesn't. And the reason it doesn't make it fit, because there's a lot, right? You say the firing, and they're going to announce the hiring, and this, that. You can't just retire and go pick your team when you're under contract. Both Sean Payton and Tom Brady. And the Miami Dolphins, doesn't have enough to get both of those. Both as a head coach, the New Orleans Saints are going to want, 3 draft picks, 2 ones, whatever you want to call it. And Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what are they going to want, because they're under contract? So it's not like, I understand people get nuggets and things of that nature. Like, Jay had some information about a particular player, not to be named, that was sitting on a boat with a particular owner. Jay had that information when it first broke. But there's so much that has to happen in a short period of time for this to come to fruition. And here's what I would say about this, and you tell me what you think, Jay, because it makes me burn in the inside of my stomach when I hear the fact that you are willing, and I don't give a damn how great Tom Brady is, and I don't care how much you think he gonna help your franchise.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.